morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live podcast, where we hop on live every Friday to talk about all things North Fork. It's midsummer, the weather is beautiful, so quick short report, gorgeous weather. It was supposed to rain, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty day. It did rain the last day or two. I, at NOFO Style, am actually having a pop-up tonight at the Soundview, at the Low Tide Bar. If you haven't been, it's a bar that's way past the Halyard restaurant, down on the sand, toes in the sand, and they have live music. They large fire pits that they light up for sunset. So come see me then. Also want to give a shout out to the North Forker magazine. Good morning, Jamie. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you doing?
The North Forker covered the mahjong craze that is going on the entire country. So there's a whole Jeremy was there to capture pictures. So if you don't know, we've been doing mahjong meetups once a month. And there's so many people that want to learn, but also people who already know how to play. Join in with tables of four and play. So our next event is going to be August 20th at 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏. But wanted to give a shout out to the North Forker for the feature. Good morning, Anne. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Anyway, also wanted to mention Tracy's still traveling, doing her thing. So we're so grateful that Jamie's here, co-hosting with us.
So excited to be here. Thank you for having me again.
In between your foodie life.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm surprised we don't have a restaurant on today, because ever since Jamie's filled in to co-host, it's been one restaurant after another.
I mean, you schedule it.
Well, it's a restaurant next week. I'm sure Anne has some good cuisine for us. We lavender honey, maybe,
Yes, and some
Um,
chocolate and s'mores.
yes. All right, let's
Everything.
jump into the farm. I love that the tagline for your saltwater farm business is Lavender Field and Flower Farm. So I
Yes.
want to hear more about what your vision is and how you jumped into it. So let's introduce who you are and how you got to the North Fork.
Well, my name is Anne Sinar, and I'm the new owner of Saltwater Farm, which is the farm formerly known as Roanoke Lavender Farm on the corner of Sound Avenue and Roanoke Avenue in Riverhead.
And if you don't know
Uh,
where that is, for anybody, it's across from Schmidt's Farm, because everybody knows
yes,
the horseradish.
Schmidt. Everybody knows Schmidt. It's the farm stand at the first stoplight, and they're the nicest neighbors you could ever wish for. They have been so welcoming. So, yes, across from Schmidt, it's a busy corner. It's a great location. I'm really excited to be there. It's really the gateway to the North Fork. So, if you're driving out east from the city to the North Fork, you definitely pass my farm probably every time.
Yeah.
So, next time, pull in, stop in, and come and say hi to me. So I'm really excited.
So
We
how
named
did you get to the North Fork?
well, I was actually looking for a lavender farm for quite a number of years. It's been an obsession of mine. I've been looking to do this for a really long time, and we were looking for land. And I looked everywhere. I have to be honest. I looked in Pennsylvania. I looked in New Jersey. I looked at state. I looked in Connecticut. I looked everywhere. But we do, we have a house in East Hampton, so the North Fork is actually quite convenient for us. It's really not that far, even though with traffic sometimes it can be a little far. It's really convenient. So I'm really
Well, but
happy
like you
to be
said,
there.
the location you found is closer to Riverhead, which is sort of like, I feel like if you like Tracy lives in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and I feel like for her, every place is close because
I feel
for
the same
me,
way about Jamesport. Yeah.
you
Which
can
is technically all part of Riverhead, too.
no, but I'm saying if it's like for you, anything that's 20 minutes is like 40 minutes for me. And then I have friends that live in Orient and they're like, oh, that's another 30 minutes for me. We
Well,
forget that the more out you go, the farther out east it is.
yes. Well, it's like just such a beautiful area. I'm surrounded by farmland, which is just great. It's so agricultural and it's also super convenient. Everything you want is within reach, and the community has been amazing. The neighbors, I think people are really happy that we bought this farm because it used to be a lavender farm and then it was for sale for a while. And I think people were concerned that perhaps it would turn into something less pretty, or I don't know. So I think the response to our farm has been super positive. People are really happy to see that we bought it and we are beautifying it every day. We're replanting, we're maintaining the outside really well. We have a great vision for what's to come in the future. So they've been so supportive. They've been coming in to tell us how happy they are that we're there. It's just been really great.
Well,
And
you
I
know,
wanted
the North Forkers love everything green. Like anything that stays
and
farm, whether
purple.
it's a vineyard, we don't, it doesn't matter what you're growing. As long as you're tilling the soil or not even tilling, biodynamic, whatever farming you want to do, it just makes us all happy.
And I wanted to also ask you about, just like kind of your background, why you are, why this has been like a dream of yours for so long, because you didn't grow up around here, right? Like you grew up across the ocean. Tell us a little bit about just your upbringing and why you're so obsessed with lavender.
I did grow up across the ocean, but I did marry a Long Island guy.
There you go.
That's kind of how, I made my way here. So I grew up in Paris. I don't sound it. I don't have a very strong French accent. I can take
You
it.
can pull it off.
I-
You can pull it off when
my,
you need to.
yes, I can turn it on if I need to. But anyway, my mom is French and my dad is American. So that's how I learned English growing up. I was born in Paris. I lived there and I went to regular French school until I was 18. I did spend some of my summers visiting some family here in the States, but a lot of my time was also spent in Provence because my mom is from Nice. And we used to travel in the backcountry in Provence, and it's, all lavender fields all the time, everywhere. So I think that's where my love of this type of agriculture started. Just the sights and smells and sounds of a lavender field really bring me back to my childhood. I was actually just in Provence last weekend, and just being there and smelling it and just walking around, I was like, oh my God, this is, it makes me feel alive in a way that nothing else does. So I love living here in America. I do love it. I have a great life, I have a great family and everything, but I wanted to bring back this piece of home to here so I can really have the best of both worlds. So that's where it started, and that's how it came to be.
Do you have any farming background or history or experience, or you're literally just digging in?
No, I'm digging in. And honestly, I have to tell you, I love this because I'm in my 40s, and I feel like sometimes, you get to like this time in your life and you like know how to do a whole bunch of things and you just do what you know, and because you know how to do it well. And honestly, farming to me is new and it's a new challenge, and it makes me feel so alive to be learning something new every day. I know lavender well, I know a lot about it, its uses and everything, but like the actual planting and watering or not
And
watering.
keeping it alive part.
Yeah,
That's my
Nurturing
job.
it.
I had to buy a tractor. I had to learn how to drive a tractor. It's actually really, when you drive a car, it's really smooth. When you drive a tractor, it's not smooth. It's like, and then you're like, sometimes you tilt to the side. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to fall. I mean, so it's been, every day has been new. Every day has been a lot of new challenges, meeting new people, trying new things. And there's nothing more fun. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like a
Have you
teenager again.
watched, as you're speaking, I was thinking of Clarkson Farm and Jeremy driving his massive tractor. I feel like you need a Netflix special with you on the tractor. And
Maybe I
girlies will
do.
come sit in the back and sniff the lavender for you.
Maybe I do need a Netflix special. Maybe I'll get one. Who knows?
There you go. Let's
You never
manifest
know.
it right now.
Yeah,
This
sure.
podcast is worldwide, so you never know. They could be watching right now.
Maybe they're watching. Well, actually, if they are watching, what I truly, truly want to manifest is I would love to be the barefoot Contessa of Lavender. So if
Ooh.
somebody's listening,
Oh
I
my
love
God!
cooking, baking with lavender.
With Jamie here, we'd be back to food again. I just knew it. It was only going to be a matter of time.
Well, I mean, on that note, let's talk about what are some of these like delicious creations you are cooking up there with your lavender?
Okay, so I'm starting. I cook a lot, and I cook and I bake a lot for my own life. I've always done that. I don't know. I think it's probably part of being French, actually, because I feel like it's very much part of the culture. So I cook a ton for my home and my family. For the farm, I'm starting small just because I want to be able to scale and do, things like really well and really even and everything. So what I'm baking for the farm right now, and actually you can see a little video on my Instagram, is I'm baking lavender tea cake. It's super good. It's not overwhelmingly lavendery, but it has a hint of lavender. It tastes so delicious. You can eat it with jam, with honey, with butter, or on its own. You can have it with tea. You can have it with coffee. It's just super good. So I've been doing that, and it's for sale almost every day at the farm. The next thing I'm doing is I'm going to do lavender cookies, and I'm going to do it with a hint of rosemary and butter.
Nice.
It's going to be so good.
Yum.
So I'm excited about that as well. And then just in terms of cooking, you can put lavender in almost everything. And I really do. You can put it in chicken. You can put like the culinary lavender buds, like in anything. You can infuse honey. You can infuse oil. You can infuse butter. There's so many things that you can do with lavender in terms of cooking and baking. So really the sky is the limit. And I do not have a commercial kitchen yet. I would love to get one, but I'd love to share all these dishes with people who love lavender and who come to our farm to shop.
Okay, let's go back to the farm part,
Yes.
from the beginning. You mentioned earlier the farm that was previously there had planted some lavender plants. I noticed that you guys are replanting the whole field. So
Yes.
are you starting from scratch? Is the lavender going to be mature? Is it going to be a field you can walk through? So let's talk a little bit about the farm aspect of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I bought the farm, I was very excited that it was already a lavender farm because that shows to me that the soil can have lavender. It's already great because people know us as a lavender farm. They're used to stopping in and getting lavender products. So we have already like a customer base that, we're not like brand new from scratch. And I'm really grateful to the former owners for their vision and for starting this because, it's really great. But when we bought the farm, I looked at the lavender and the fields. The lavender was not everywhere in great condition. Like some plants were in good condition, some plants weren't in good condition. Some plants were a little bit woody. And so, a lot of them were going to have to be replaced. So we made the decision to actually start from scratch. So we took out the field. It was a lot of work. And then we replanted it. And because we were starting from scratch, I was able to really have my vision. And my vision was because that land is not exactly flat, it has a small slope. And it looks like it's a small slope, but actually, when you stand on top of the slope,
Or you take the tractor, you can feel it.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But when you stand on top of the slope, you can see all of my farm and all of the farmland beyond, like the Schmitz farm and everything around me. Like it's an incline. It doesn't look like a huge incline, but actually it is, pretty significant when you're on there. So because the land looked like that, I decided not to make a traditional field with rows that are parallel to each other. I made a radial field. So when you stand in the corner, the top corner of my farm, all the rows are radiating from that area. It's really cool. And like the energy just comes to you when you're standing there and just radiates out. It's really neat. I'm a yogi, like by trade or background or whatever. So I really feel that energy a lot. And I feel like when you're standing at the nexus of all those rows, something like happens, like it just grounds you, like there's an energetic shift. So it's really neat. So yes, so basically it's like a sundial and you're like at the top of like in the middle of the sun and it radiates out and it's really neat. And then the varieties of lavender that we planted are planted in a way that they are gonna bloom one after another. So we have some early blooming varieties on the right side, and then as it goes towards the left, we have some like later blooming varieties. So we're going to be able to have a longer bloom period when the fields are mature. It's going to bloom, from June until probably like late July or August. So it's going to be really neat. I'm very excited about it. And then the other thing that we did that's a little bit different from a lot of lavender farms is that we did leave grass in between the rows so that at maturity, we will be able to have people coming to our farm and lay like a picnic blanket in between the rows of lavender. It's going to be magical. So when you come to our farm, you're not just walking through the rows of lavender and taking pictures and, being like, oh, it's pretty. You can actually come and really experience it. You can come and you can hang out. And I really want to host people. It's in my core. I love bringing people together and hosting. So I really want people to come and hang out and spend a few hours in our fields and come again and again and again and bring their kids and bring their grandparents and have all the generations coming together on this lavender field in a very European way. if you've been to Europe, like you see all these generations hanging out together, from like the toddler running around to the grandma dancing on the table. And I kind of want to bring this, like, family party, like for all ages, whether you're like in your 20s or in your 50s or whatever, to come to my farm and just enjoy this like incredible plant and this incredible land and yeah, nature.
That sounds so incredible. I'm actually so curious about the sundial like
Yes.
formation. I mean, it sounds absolutely gorgeous. Is there like an agricultural benefit as well as, or is it more just like aesthetic?
I think it's aesthetic and energetic.
Okay.
Yeah, because ultimately my plan, like we haven't done it yet, but we're going to do it, as soon as the fall season kind of winds down, like this winter, we're going to build a bluestone terrace at the top of the field. And on that terrace, I plan to host sunrise yoga and
Oh.
sunset drinks.
Oh.
It's going to be really cool. So, because you definitely, I can't explain it, but if you stand there, you definitely feel something. It's really neat. But there's
That's
no
cool.
agricultural, benefit to having a sundial. Actually, like if you want to do really a commercial lavender farm and create lavender at scale, it's better to have the parallel rows, because then the tractor can just go like that and just harvest everything. And, if you want to really have like a production, it would be better to have parallel
Well,
rows,
for
but that's not my
efficiency, the
plan.
rows are better. Yes, but
Yeah.
I resonate with what you're talking about, the energy, because first of all, lavender is supposed to be calming, and just looking at a field of purple swaying gently gives you such a gentle, calming feel. And then to be able to take a quiet moment and sit in the center and sort of feel that energy coming to you. What a beautiful vision. And yes, it was probably a tough choice to pull everything out and start over, but you're already starting to feel the rewards of creating the vision that you had.
100%. And then we were also able to choose our plants. So it's just great. I feel like it's really like my doing. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Now, I'm assuming you're also going to be selling plants for people who want to try to do it in their garden, and
Yes.
then selling fresh cut and dried lavender. What else do you have? I think you're sitting in the farm store, correct? So what do you have in the store, or is that your own space?
No, it's actually neither the farm nor my own space. I'm in a hotel room in New Haven. It's very random.
That's okay. Next week I'll be doing the show from Texas, so it's all good.
Yeah, I had to take my daughter on a recruiting trip, so I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just
cool.
randomly here, but you know
Oh, it
what? I
looks
have the
pretty. It looks
Wi-Fi and it's
pretty.
working
Get
out.
some. You have to get some New Haven pizza for sure.
Yes, I will. Anyway, no, so in the farm store, I wish I could show you, but in the farm store, we do sell tons of things. We're going to be propagating our own plants, so we're going to have our own plants for sale, that you can plant in your own garden or in pots, as you wish. We sell bouquets of lavender from our own harvest. We sell all kinds of lavender products. So basically, we have three main categories. We have self-care, which includes like skincare, serums, lotions, soap, that type of stuff. We have items for the home. So that includes diffusers, candles, room sprays, linen sprays, that type of item to perfume your home and make a calming environment at home. And then we include all the third category is all the culinary products. So anything you would use to cook with, like natural culinary buds, but also we have syrups and we have lavender sugar, lavender salt, anything that you can use basically to include lavender in your own cooking. And I'm trying to think what else we have. We also have like, kids' toys that are lavender based. We have lavender coloring books and like stuffed animals with like lavender buds inside. So the scent is calming. And then we have some merch, of course, because what's a farm without merch? I feel like if you want to have a farm these days, you have to have the hat or the sweatshirt. So anyway, we had
Gotta
to
have
have
a good
that.
merch game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
but you've
wide
done a
selection.
lot in the short amount of time that you've taken over the farm. There's a lot of hats literally to wear.
Yes, I like that. It's very, it's invigorating to me. We closed on the farm the day after my birthday. It's
Mhm.
April 17th, we closed, and I wanted to be open for Memorial Day weekend. And everybody's like, there's no way you can't do it, especially because I wanted to renovate the inside of the store. And people were like, you can't do it, you can't do it. And if you know me, you know that if you tell me I can't do it, I'm going to be like,
like, watch me.
I can't do it. Yeah, exactly. Watch me.
Hold my
So
hat.
I
Hold my hat.
put in 15-hour days. It was insane. And we renovated the inside and we just crazy worked so hard. And yeah, we were open the Friday before Memorial Day weekend.
Wow. And I know you have some fun fall kind of activities and things planned. What else is in store for the rest of the season?
Okay, so first of all, I'm really excited because I think it's going to be very busy and I don't want to disappoint. So I want our farm to be the fall farm experience with a lavender twist. So what I'm actually working on right now is I want to have lavender s'mores for the fall, and I'm making the marshmallows from scratch, and I'm making lavender marshmallows so that you can have the s'more with a lavender marshmallow, and you can, I don't know, it's going to be great. So that's like one of the things we're planning for fall for sure. And then I also, I plant flowers in addition to lavender. It's not really my focus, but we do have flowers as well on the farm. And we have an orchard that the former owners planted. So, between the lavender, the flowers, the orchard, I think we're going to have a lot to offer for people who want to visit our farm this fall. And it's going to be very
One of the things I noticed, as you mentioned on the website, is dahlias, which are
yeah.
later blooming flowers, which is so smart because the lavender is obviously going to carry you through summer, and then the dahlias can carry you through early fall, and then whatever else. But I guess with the orchard, what kind of trees are on the field?
So there's over 500 trees, and we have different varieties. We have apples, pears, peaches, and frankly, like I'm still discovering what we have because I drive through my orchard. I'm like, oh, we have pears. Oh, so it's like really fun. I haven't really focused on the orchard just yet. I'm going to focus on it more, I think, probably next summer. But the orchard, as it is a wonderful space for events. So being a hostess, I imagine the long tables in between the rows of trees. That's going to be really fun. I'm already planning one event for a nonprofit in September or October. So we're like kind of putting that in the works. I think that once our first event takes place, we'll have it down a little bit more. But I think it could be a really, really beautiful setting for, a dinner, a fundraiser, a party. Yeah.
Are
I
you
don't
guys
know
gonna
who you were.
do?
Sorry,
Oh,
Jenny. I don't
no,
know who
I
you
was
were
gonna say
working with, but Slow Foodie Stand does a lot of potlucks, and maybe that's a collaboration that can happen
that would
right
be
here on the North
great.
Fork.
Yes,
Yeah,
put
they
me
just
in
did a potluck
touch.
at Bridge Gardens, and it was beautiful. And we've done a dinner at the Horton Flower Farm, or the North Fork Flower Farm, I should say, and it was just spectacular sitting between
Oh my
between the views.
gosh, that
Yeah,
sounds
so that might
amazing.
be. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll connect you with Penny, and you
Yeah,
guys
I
can
would
talk and
love
maybe some.
to. Thank
Sorry, Jamie,
you.
you were saying?
no. I was curious. Are you thinking about doing weddings at all, or is that kind of something you don't want to
I
dive
haven't
into?
thought about it yet. Never say never. I do have a teenage daughter, so you never know. At some point, maybe not too soon. I'd be open to do weddings. I think they're beautiful, but it's just not something. I mean, I've had so much to focus on so
Yeah.
far. It's not something I've like thought, but I did think that my farm would be the perfect place for a proposal. I mean,
Oh,
who doesn't
at the
want to be
top.
proposed to on a lavender field or a flower field? So maybe next spring, who knows? We'll have some lovebirds. But even before, even before next spring, I think the fall and the winter are going to be great. I definitely plan to stay open year round, and I have a few things in mind for the holiday season, like gifts, because I feel like lavender is really, it blooms in the summer, but you use it year round because you dry it, you use the sachets, you use the products year round. So I really want people to come and shop for the holidays. If you have someone who's obsessed with lavender in your family, we are the spot for you. We are going to have gift gift boxes, like all kinds of gift items. So I think it's really novel and unique. There's nothing really out there, no store that would have this type of gifts for a lavender obsessed person. So we're really your source. Come and shop for the holidays at our store.
I love that. That's so exciting. I love that you're going to be open year round as well.
Yeah.
And one thing I did want to go back to really quickly, because I'm very interested in this s'mores idea. What you said, you were making these marshmallows from scratch, but they're French marshmallows. So is that correct? Like
Well,
French?
So it's interesting. I've been diving into this, so now I'm like, I feel like I could talk about this for hours.
I'm
If
sorry.
you
I'm like
take,
back to the food, Sunita.
I'm already
yeah,
moved on to macaroons
I'm
now.
interested
I'm
in
like, you
food.
said French, I've gone to macaroons.
So if you think of like a French marshmallow, it's actually called a guimauve. And when I was little, you would go to the bakery in the morning and would buy bread, whatever, and they'd have this like glass jar filled with like a long thing. And it was basically a long marshmallow, and they would cut to size for you. So your mom would be like, we'll have some guimauve. And like, it's like this long, it wasn't like cubes. It was like a
Square.
long thing. And the baker would pull it out, and your mom would be like, here. And they would cut like here or here, like, and then you'd have this long thing to eat. And actually then the difference between a marshmallow and a guimauve is that the French way, you make it with eggs, right? Egg whites. However, if you make a guimauve with eggs, you can't roast them because, like, the roasting of the marshmallow, that's an American thing. Like, no one in France roasts a guimauve. I think now it's starting because people are, the world is becoming so global. But you cannot make a marshmallow with eggs and actually roast it in the fire. It doesn't work. So it needs to be an eggless marshmallow recipe. So it's not a traditional French marshmallow. So I'm like, I'm trying my hand at all kinds of different things. And
It's a
That's
saltwater
crazy.
farm. It's a saltwater farm marshmallow. It's
Oh,
exactly,
got
there
its
you
own.
go.
it's our own
It's its
patented creation.
Okay, I have a question. And Jamie, I know I watch you gardening and going through that journey. Gardening, farming is really an exercise in patience, right? So you planted the farm this year. When do you expect, what is the life cycle of a lavender plant, and when will it be this aha, perfection in terms of being mature?
So we planted some tiny plants, and then we also planted some larger plants. And so certain varieties are already more mature because we planted like just larger plants, and certain varieties are super not mature because we planted teeny weeny plants. So I think that in order to have those really huge blooms that you think of when you think of like a French lavender field, really like it would probably be like 4 years from the start of the plant. But we planted some plants that were already, you know, older. So I mean, honestly, this year we had some varieties that bloomed and they were blue, but they were like at the top end of our field. So I don't think they were that visible from the road. I think by next year we'll have some blue, and then the following year will be even bluer. And then at some point after like 6, 7 years, you need to replace the plants. So it's kind of like an ongoing cycle. Like a lavender plant's not going to last forever. It's not like an oak tree that can like last like 400 years. So when the plants are too woody, too big, whatever, you need to replace them with a newer plant. So I think we're going to be in good shape by next summer in terms of having people in the fields. The other thing that I was really concerned about is no one wants to sit in a patch of mud in between two lavender rows. So I want to make sure that my grass in between the rows is really established. And so we're going to be seeding more and like just make sure that the grass is really soft and lush and green so that we can have like really lovely picnics and people are not sitting in like kind of like a muddy or like a muddy patch.
Well,
Okay.
thank you for sharing all this info because, we as consumers or customers come in and see beautiful flowers for the 30 seconds or 2 hours and walk home and we smile. But the reality of getting it to that place, in terms of 3 or 4 years, that's a lot of patience, endurance, and hard work every single day, for us to enjoy. So I thank you and every single farmer that does that without getting the credit and recognition that they should every single day.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. But I mean, don't wait for 4 years to visit our farm. It's gonna be cool next summer. I promise. It's actually cool now. Like the store, that's why I wanted to get the store ready because I feel like the store was able to be ready right away. So when you come to our farm now, like the store is already up and running. And then, as I said, the orchard was planted before I ever came around. So that's already ready. The flowers were an instant hit. I mean, we planted them like 2 months ago and they're already blooming now. So, I mean, it's like, all phases. But yes, in terms of an exercise and patience, it definitely is. It's kind of like yoga. You don't like do a headstand like the day after you start yoga. It's one of those things where you just practice and just every day you show up it's like motherhood. Every day you show up and you keep doing what you're doing, and then you hope that in the long run you get the results you want. A lot of things in life are like that. The things that are worth getting usually are like that.
So true. Well, we're excited to see all of your lavender plant babies grow up to be adults.
Yes.
All right, let's jump into our No for Life 5. This is going to be a fun one because we're back to food again. If you were taking Jamie and I out to a meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, where would we go? And it could be on this fork or the South Fork because you mentioned you live there. And what would we eat?
Ooh. Well, I would love to cook for you. That would probably be
Mm.
my first choice.
Love it. What would you cook?
What would I cook? Oh my gosh. I mean, like, the sky's the limit. I could do I could do little lamb chops, actually. It would be so good. I could do a roasted peach thing. I could like grill peaches on the barbecue and like have
Yes.
like a little bit of like goat cheese or feta cheese to go with it. And I could do a little lavender sauce with that
I was
dish.
going to say, there needs to be
So
lavender mixed in
good.
somewhere.
Yeah. I would infuse it. You can do like a sort of like salted honey, like lavender sauce with the peaches. That would be so good. So we could do that. If I were to take you out, if you wanted to splurge, we could do the giant shareable lobster Cobb salad at 𝗠𝗏𝗄𝗎's, either on the North or the South Fork,
Yep,
with a
that's true.
nice glass of
Yes.
Sancerre.
I
I
haven't
feel
been
like
there this
Sancerre,
summer. I haven't
yeah,
been there this
Sancerre and
summer.
lobster go well together. Yeah, I
All
don't
good
know.
choices. I mean,
All good
I'm just
choices. All
starting
good.
it, so I'm letting you keep going. But
I
I'm
know.
already happy.
All right. What is your go-to farm stand? Of course, besides what you guys offer there at the farm.
Well, we're not really a farm stand. We don't have
Gosh.
vegetables or stuff like that. So my go-to farm stand is 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝐻. They are the nicest. I cannot say nicer things about them. There was one day I had a hard time on the lavender field, and I put my head down on the gator, and I was like, ah. And I think they must have seen me because they appeared at my fence, and they were like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Having a hard day." So anyway, they were really supportive, like really the kindest people. They came to my opening party and everything. So yes, 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗎 in Riverhead is the farm stand.
All right. I love 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗎. I go to the one on Main Road because they have one on Main Road as well. But they had the best you pick strawberries this year.
Yeah.
Like it was so they were so sweet. Like $5 for like per pound. I don't know. It was crazy.
They
I also
also
love 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗎.
they had strawberry milkshakes, which I have my retail team, like the girls who work in my store, who are all, by the way, Riverhead High School graduates.
Love
Anyway,
that.
they used to go when they had the milkshakes, the strawberry milkshakes going. They would go on their break and like get a milkshake.
Oh, that's so great. And it's literally across the street. So you can't
Yeah,
get any closer. Because
yeah,
we always
you
talk
can't
about
go
how we
wrong.
end up going to the closest farm stands to us. So that is the closest for you. I just want to say a
Hi,
shout out to
Tracy.
Tracy. She's joining in to listen. Um, okay. Cocktail. I mean, I know you're French, so maybe I do know the answer. Cocktail, mocktail, brewery, wine. What might we see you enjoying and where?
I mean, honestly, a lot. So I'm not a heavy drinker. I do like a glass of wine here and there. I mentioned Sancerre is one of my favorites, and I also really like sparkling wine or champagne. But in terms of mocktails, you can do a lot with lavender. We have a lavender syrup in our store that we can mix with like lemonade or a spritz or whatever. So that works really well. Um, I also have these lavender cocktail cubes that if you put them in a glass of champagne, it like infuses the champagne with lavender. So
Oh, I
that's
need
really
those.
cool.
I
Yes.
definitely need those.
And then my latest obsession is a lavender mojito, which you can also make with the syrup that we sell.
Ooh.
So that's also a super interesting flavor, like the mint and the lavender together is really kind of cool. So yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Those sound like amazing options. Also, I feel like you could take any of those options to watch maybe a sunset. So we're curious if you're a sunset or sunrise person and where you're watching it.
Okay, so I'm a sun person in general. I was born on a Sunday and I'm
Uh,
Aries. So I'm a sun worshiper. I'm Yeah, I'm like always working in the sun, out with the sun. So sunrise and sunset would be the answer. I will say right now, it's kind of like you have seasons in your life. When my kids were little, they were up at dawn. So it was sunrise every day. And then they would go to bed at 7. And so, I would miss the sunset. Now I have teenagers. And so they're up all night. And I'm like, oh, let me go to bed. But basically, yes, it's like a later day. So I work at the farm almost daily in the fields, and I'm usually there like until golden hour, not necessarily sunset, but golden hour on my fields is absolutely beautiful. There's like a special thing about the light there. So I would say sunset on my field. But then I can't say no to sunrise, which is why when I have my terrace, we'll do sunrise yoga and
Yes.
sunset drinks.
Sounds like a dream.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Like your whole farm life, as much as it is hard work, sounds like really a passionate project for you. And I love hearing your enthusiasm come through. Like this
Yes.
whole half hour, I think you haven't stopped smiling. And I'm
Yes.
thinking, it's a lot of hard work. And here you are just beaming about doing it all. So
Yes.
what do you love about being a part of the North Fork community?
I mean, the welcome that we've received from people has been nothing short of incredible. Um, just such, they could be like, oh, who's this girl who's never farmed? But it hasn't been like that at all. People have been so welcoming, so helpful, just putting me in touch with people, introducing me to people, and just encouraging me and being so supportive. It's been great. Like, it's just great. And I just love how the beauty of it. It's amazing just seeing all this farmland. And I'm so happy that a lot of it is protected. And I want to keep doing that and keep fostering, like keep working the land and just being part of this movement to like just really protect what we have and carry it forward for the next generations. I think that lavender is wonderful because it's something that comes from the earth that's really good for your body, and to me that's symbolic of like so many things that come from the earth. I think that if you want to be healthy and be happy and have the best mental health and physical health, you really need to go back to the roots and to go back to the soil and touch it, feel it, grow it, eat what comes from it so that you separate your body from anything that's artificial and just go back to this natural thing that really is a source of all energy.
Wow.
Beautifully.
That's a powerful
Could
and
not
beautiful
agree more.
message. Yeah. Thank you
That's
for
why I want to
reminding
have a
us all.
lavender farm. That's why I want to have a lavender farm, because I really believe in this, like, from the earth energy that just fills you with this like strength and power, more so than anything that you can get like from the outside, anything artificial, whether it's artificial food, artificial medication, artificial screens and all that. Like when you put down the screen and you just have the sunshine and you're working the land and you're eating what comes from it and you're working your body and moving your body to like do that, it's just, that's where really like the energy comes from.
Okay,
I
let's remind
agree.
them. I know Stephen and Judy are going today. So remind everybody, Saltwater Farm, give us the address and what are your hours and what days are you open?
Okay, so Saltwater Farm on the corner of Sound Avenue and Roanoke Avenue in Riverhead across from Schmidt. We are open every single day and we plan to stay open every single day, hopefully year round. We are open 10 to 6 and you can come and visit us at the store. And yeah, we're here for you. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So if you are not able to come and visit us, you can see us online. And we do have an online store as well, saltwater-farm.com. If you want to buy our products and you're not able to come in person, you can definitely find us there.
Oh, thank you so
Amazing.
much. Thank you. Jamie, what do you have coming up for you? Where are you going to eat this weekend? Like,
Oh,
just
that
tell us now before we see your video. Are you
I
grilling your hot grill summer?
yeah, I know. I am behind on that. I have a really good pork taco recipe that we need to film at some point. So possibly going to go pick up some of that to do. But I need to get over to Saltwater Farm, so I think maybe I need to do that this weekend as well.
Well, send me
But
some of those
no
cubes.
official plans. We
Okay.
kind of just like, fly by the seat of our pants around here. If it's nice out and we're not doing anything, it's like, let's go eat outside somewhere. So you'll have to follow along on Instagram to see where I end up. But I did just post a big food roundup yesterday. If people are headed out this weekend and looking for maybe a new idea. Some of them are people we featured here on NOFO Live as well.
Larry just hopped on. I know you
Larry,
do
we
good
love
stuff
Larry.
at Larry's farm at 1760 Homestead Farm, because they do a whole bunch of lovely
And actually,
dinners.
they have an event coming up next weekend on Saturday, the Mediterranean barbecue, which I think there's still a few tickets left. So that's gonna be really fun too. But yeah, there's always so many like amazing events. I feel like it's hard to keep tabs on everything.
There's so much music going on this weekend. There's so much food. And I think we went a couple of weeks ago. 𝗦𝗹𝗏, one of my favorites, is has brought back their garden parties. I think it's every Friday, but don't quote me. I think that's what their post said. We went a couple of Fridays ago, but it's just, again, speaking of such a French, you bring a picnic blanket, you just sit there, you drink their beautiful wine, there's music. I think the treatery's there, Bronze Seafood brings a food truck. Like, that's another beautiful weather. Well, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to be at the Soundview Low Tide Bar, so if you want to come catch a drink with me, come hang out tonight. I think there's also a concert we featured the Third Culture Club a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
At Orient State Park, there's a concert on Tuesday. So the weekend continues on the North Fork. The whole week, basically the whole week,
We'll be like the French and just take the whole month off, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to stop in for those lavender cubes for my bubbly and champagne. That just sounds divine. So
It really is divine.
thank you. Thank you, Anne, for joining us. Thank you, Jamie. Have a good weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.